Guys, welcome to Audrey's reading area. Shout out to my grandbabies, Korea, Sanaa, DJ, David III, actually, and Kaden. I love you. I miss you guys so much. Alexa, what time is Audrey's reading area?
Audrey reads in her area live
L
at 8 o'clock
I
p.m.
V E. Live at 8, you guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. Don't forget, you guys, to please click that like button, click that share button, then go to YouTube, look for Audrey's reading area, and smash that subscribe button for me, you guys. Smash it up, smash it up. Yes, I need some subscribers. Thanks again. So today is Educational Tuesday. Educational Tuesday. So, I have a fun and exciting book that I'm going to be reading to you. Yes, this time it's about garbage. Where does the garbage go? Where does the garbage go? Follow that garbage truck, it says. Follow that garbage truck. It's written by Paul Showers, illustrated by Randy Chewning. So, I'm put on my other eyes. Again, written by Paul Showers, illustrated by Randy Chewning. It's a let's read and find out science book. Yes. Where does the garbage go? To the landfill to see how trash keeps piling up, to the incinerator to see how trash can be turned into energy, to the recycling center to see how a soda bottle can be turned into a flower pot. Filled with graphs, charts, and diagrams, where does the garbage go? Explains how we deal with the problem of too much trash, and provides ideas for easy ways to be a part of the solution. So let's read. Let's see. So, where does the garbage go, you guys? In our school, we are learning about garbage. Last week, our teacher told us about the way things used to be. So we got all of this here. Garbage, where does it come from? Where does it go? Paper, glass, plastic, metal. Garbage comes from leftovers. Garbage comes from baby brother. Do we have to study this before lunch? She's hungry. Okay. So let's check it out. She said, there was a time when people who wanted to get rid of something just threw it into the garbage can. They threw in garbage like orange peels, chicken bones, and food they didn't eat. They threw in trash too. Empty bottles, tin cans, cardboard boxes, old newspapers. The dog says, I would have eaten that. I would have eaten that. When you put garbage and trash together, you call it waste. Garbage and trash. I didn't even know there was a difference, you guys. Hopefully, we will learn the difference between trash and garbage. Looks like garbage is like food leftovers and trash is all the containers and stuff that it comes in. That's what it looks like. Let's see. Once a week, the waste was collected in trucks and taken out to the dump. In the dump, there were piles of garbage everywhere and all kinds of trash, old tires, broken bottles, tin cans, old newspapers, broken chairs and sofas. In summer, the garbage rotted and made a terrible stink. Pew. Rats came to eat it. Millions of flies buzzed around. The dump was a great big mess. Today, some towns still have dumps where they leave their garbage and trash. Take a look. See? At one time, New York City, New York, whoop whoop. New York City used the ocean for its dump. It loaded its waste on flat boats called barges. Tugboats pulled the barges out to sea and the waste was dumped overboard. Most of the trash sank, but some of it floated. Often it floated right back to the beaches where people were swimming. Ugh! Yuck! Yuck! Yep, look at that. So we used to see all that garbage in the sand. New York City doesn't throw its waste in the ocean anymore. It has a special kind of dump called a landfill. Other cities have landfills too. Our town has one, and our class went out and looked at it. A landfill is a busy place. Phew, it smells. Not a great place for a picnic. She's still thinking about a picnic and stuff. Trucks bring loads of waste from the city and dump it in big piles. Bulldozers with scrapers spread out the waste. Compactors with spikes on their wheels move back and forth over it. The waste is all mashed and piled. Wow. Look at that. Mm. After that, trucks bring loads of soil. The bulldozers and compactors spread the soil over the waste. The soil covers up everything. It keeps out the rats and flies. Then the landfill is ready for more waste. Then comes more soil to cover it up. Then more waste and more soil, layer after layer. A landfill keeps piling up. It gets to be a little mountain. Oh, is it a little mountain? The layers of a landfill. Daily waste, daily covering of soil. Dirt cap for layer 2, dirt cap for layer 1. Look at that. Whoa. That's what it looks like. But they do with our wastes. Wow. You could always pause that and take a look. When the last layer of soil is spread on top of a landfill, grass and trees are planted on it. The landfill becomes a park or a playground. Then the city has to start a new landfill. Waste never stops piling up. Wow. It becomes a playground. Can you imagine? What is in our landfills? 10% plastic, 50% paper, 6% metal, 1% glass, 13% food and yard waste, 20% other stuff. Look at that. That's kind of, wow. Kind of crazy, huh? Some cities try to get rid of their waste by burning it. They build big furnaces called incinerators and burn garbage and trash in them. The heat is used to warm stores and offices. It is also used to make electricity. How an incinerator works: trucks bring garbage, furnace burns garbage in about 30 minutes. Garbage is fed to a furnace, and then the furnace burns the garbage in about 30 minutes. But incinerators don't really get rid of everything. They simply turn the waste into ashes, and the ashes have to go to a landfill. Sometimes those ashes are toxic or harmful, and sometimes the smoke from the incinerator pollutes the air with harmful gases. So it goes, trucks bring garbage, garbage is fed to a furnace. You see that? Furnace burns garbage in about 30 minutes. Gases from the burning garbage must be carefully cleaned and filtered. Clean gases are released. But incinerators, it doesn't really get rid of everything like it says. It can pollute the air with harmful gases. Thank goodness they clean it out, right? Today, cities are having a hard time finding places for new landfills. Waste just keeps piling up. People keep throwing things away. They throw away too many things. Some of the things they throw away could be used over again. Each person in the U.S. creates about 4 pounds of trash every day. Pounds. That's a lot. That's a lot. Many cities are now trying something that is new for them. It is called recycling. Recycling means making trash into something new instead of throwing it away. So we got 4 pounds of stuff. Almost half of the trash we throw away could be recycled. Look for this symbol right here. Look for that symbol. on glass, metal, and plastic containers that can be recycled. Nice. Nice. You guys are learning something exciting. Our city is recycling. We put garbage in the garbage can, orange peels, chicken bones, the food we don't eat. But we keep empty glass bottles in a separate box. Aluminum cans and foil are kept separate too. When we put the cans and bottles at the curb, we pile old newspapers beside them. We flatten our cardboard boxes and pile them next to the newspapers. When the garbage truck comes, I should have had my garbage. I have a garbage truck. I should have put that out here too, right? When the garbage truck comes, it picks up only the garbage and takes it out to the landfill. Other trucks come for the bottles and cans and newspapers. Those things don't go to the landfill anymore. Our city sells them to factories and mills for recycling. So let's check out this. Yeah. Paper mills chop up old newspapers and turn them into new paper. Paper is shredded into pulp. Pulp is washed and bleached. It goes through here. Water is drained from the pulp. And paper is dried and rolled. They make paper like that. How cool is that? Recycling things. Aluminum factories take aluminum cans and foils and melt them to make new cans and rolls of foil. So the cans, they put the cans in, the cans are chopped up. Look at that. A decoder takes off paint from metal scraps with hot air, 900 degrees Fahrenheit. 900 degrees Fahrenheit. Then scraps are melted in the furnace. See, it goes on here. And then melted aluminum is poured into molds. That is just so cool. Just recycling things. So it's less garbage. Glass bottles are ground up and melted to make new glass bottles and jars. Some bottles are sterilized and reused. Other glass bottles are crushed. Glass is melted in a furnace. Whoa, blown in air cools the glass. Gobs of molded glass are poured into molds. Even plastic can be recycled. Plastic factories chop it up and turn it into things like flower pots and park benches. Wow, look at this. So you put the plastic stuff in here. Plastic is chopped into bits. Bits are washed and dried. Plastic is melted and poured into a mold. So they can make park benches out of that recycled stuff. Put it to good use and not, fill up these landfills. What are we doing to help the environment? What are we, us, you and me, everyone, what are we doing to help the environment? We're separating our trash and recycling. We put our food scraps in the compost heap. That's Tiffany. I made a toy for my dog out of old socks. My family gives all of our clothes to the thrift store. I carry a lunchbox instead of a bag I'd throw away. My mom started a recycling program for paper at work. Let's start one here. We carry string bags to the store so we don't need to take the plastic ones. We'd only throw away. Okay. Those are some ideas of what you can do to help our environment. Good job, you guys. Our teachers say recycling is a good start, but we must do more. We must stop making so much waste. We must stop throwing so many things away. We need to find ways to use things over and over again. Like if you have an old shirt, don't throw it away. Give it to somebody, or if it's really raggedy, you could use it as a rag to wash your car and to wash things. That's right. Recycle. That's what we have done at home. We used to bring our groceries home in paper and plastic bags. When we emptied the bags, we threw them in the garbage can. When we did that, we were just making more waste to pile up in the landfill. We have stopped doing that. Now we use string bags. They hang on the kitchen doorknob. When we go to the supermarket, we take our string bags and put our groceries in them. That's what I'm talking about. No thanks, we have our own. See? Have their own bags. Look at that. All right. We never throw away our string bags. They're strong and hold a lot of groceries. We use them over and over again. Look. Guys, think about recycling. That's right, you are on point. Where does the garbage go? Wow. Thank you so much for being here and listening to me read. That was educational and it was fun too. So thank you guys so much for being here and listening to listening to me read to you here on Audrey's Reading Area. A big shout out to everybody that's here listening. A big shout out to everybody that shares my video, especially my friend Victoria and my cousin Ellie. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for going to Audrey's Reading Area on YouTube. Look for YouTube. Go to Audrey's Reading Area and smash that subscribe button for me. Punch. Well, all right, you guys. Thanks again for being here. And I will see you tomorrow live, Live, live at 8, here at Audrey's Reading Area.